Hello guys and welcome to another drink review. This time it's of a drink called GAAM Orange Adventure. Alright, well, I'm smiling because at the moment I'm feeling pretty okay. And I feel like I'll be able to finish a lot of Pokemon episodes today. I'm starting the day off on episode 238, Rage of Innocence. So, let's see how the energy drink is. Yeah, it has a strong orangey smell. Okay, it's actually way darker than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be... Okay, it actually looks way lighter on camera than it does in real life, but... Well, I only have natural light at the moment, so that's probably what makes it look darker for me. Yeah, but I'm expecting like just orange Fanta flavor. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. A less sweet orange Fanta, so that's good. Because sometimes these energy drinks or these sugar-free drinks are just way too sweet. But this seems to be not as sweet. Yeah. That's a good drink that you can sip on a little. And I am recording this on the 24th of August. Oh, God. So there are actually some comments that have come since I last did something. One comment by Ir. And boiling those kind of hot dogs and having sauerkraut and sardines on top sounds fucking vile. Do you also put banana and or sardines on your pizza? Skull. A dead skull. Like, oh, that's disgusting. And that was on Cooking with Peach, boiled hot dogs with sauerkraut and sardines. And it actually is way better than it sounds like. And I do know, because KSI Sniper, I'm gonna read his comment as well, because both of your comments kind of like, I have a similar answer to. So I'm gonna read his comment as well. In America, prisoners eat better, but it is what it is, and it can't be helped. I also live in Boston, and I've never heard of that relish. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it is just something a Swedish person came up with, and then called it Boston something for marketing. I wouldn't be surprised because there is something here in Sweden called American dressing, which isn't American at all. I think it is Swedish, that it was called American dressing for marketing, and yeah, that's what it's called now. But the thing is, those hot dogs are not similar to American style hot dogs. They actually contain real meat and fat. That's all those hot dogs are. I think they're 65% meat and like 30% fat, and then just spices. So it's not like in America where these like simple hot dogs, whatever, are like 5% meat and then just who knows what other meat-like products or grains and sugar that contains in them. like the ones that I have, they have they have four ingredients: pig or pork fat, salt, and something. Oh fuck! I should. Oh god, I don't have them right now, but there is some type of spice. And when I mean spice, I don't mean hot spice. Like some type of flavoring. That's all they are. And they're pretty good, especially when you boil them, and you boil them on a medium to low over a period of time with some bay leaves, and you make sure to poke holes in the sausage so that it gets a lot of the bay leaf flavor. And then they're also very, very soft. And yeah. And then the sauerkraut is just fermented cabbage. That's all it is. It's organic, unpasteurized fermented cabbage. It's not like you see in some American stuff where it's like artificially fermented, or they have pasteurized it and then they add sugar and vinegar and like, what the fuck? Like, you're killed. Like, the whole point of the sauerkraut, that slight acidity and the healthy bacteria don't exist in like American sauerkraut. Because I've tried American sauerkraut and it doesn't taste very good. It is too artificially like soured, and yeah, no, I prefer Swedish style organic sauerkraut. There is a slight acidity to it. Yeah, it's good. And then the sardines is just sardines with bones, salt, and sunflower oil. And I don't put that much sardines. You put a little bit just to get that saltiness to enhance the savory flavor of the sausage. Because the mustard and ketchup are not sweet. I use unsweetened of both of those things. So it isn't like American ketchup that you're basically like eating candy. I cannot handle like American style ketchups like Heinz and all that. Like it is way, way, way too sweet for me. And yeah, I mean the sweetest thing on this hot dog is actually the Boston pickles. And I don't put much of them. And you put those on to get a little bit of that vinegary on top. To help with, just to bring it as a savory meal. Because, I mean, I don't like eating sweet things for breakfast. But yeah, I mean, if you live in America, I would recommend trying it. But don't use like cheap American products of this. So I guess in America, actually, this thing that I just did would probably be like way, way more expensive than here in Sweden. Yeah, in Sweden you can get, unsweetened organic things and all that for relatively cheap, especially at the moment. At least where I live, there is an abundance of organics. I think organic is a terrible term. In Swedish, it's called ekologisk, which the direct translation from that would be ecological. But in English is called organic, which I don't like that term, since even the things that are not considered organic are organic, but oh well. So I think the Swedish term of ecological is much, much better. Yeah. And I mean, I think a lot of it has to do is the fact that I did not grow up with like eating like American style things with like sugar with everything, or like highly processed stuff. I did not grow up with that. I mean, even though these hot dogs are processed. But if you were to compare it to, if I would have bought like cheap, like American sausages compared to the ones that I just did, I'm pretty sure like the ingredients would have been like, they would have so much artificial flavorings and sugar, mystery meat, and it probably would have like some soy lectins in it, and who knows what other filaments. So to me that sounds disgusting. Yeah, so I guess I'm privileged in a sense in that way. I mean, obviously I live in Sweden, so just living in Sweden is a privilege in itself. But I mean, particularly in like the diet that I grew up with, the fact that I grew up with a lot of real food, like food that you prepare and you cook yourself. You buy like actual potatoes and cut them into to make fries, instead of buying pre-made fries that might not be entirely just potato and salt, whatever. It has other type of shit in it. Yeah, this is very dragged out. Jesus Christ, why is this so dragged out? I just watched it like 12 minutes, and it felt like I've said things that probably should have been said in like 1 minute. It is better than it sounds. That's basically all I wanted to say. It's better than it sounds. And if you can find the ingredients that I use are just the basic ingredients that doesn't contain all additives and all that, I would say try it out. If you can't, don't do it, because I could see this dish being horrific if you were to use American quality stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.